Andrew Schulz reacts to Kendrick Lamar's rap GNX album. Let's get straight into it. I'm gonna give my thoughts. Let's go.
I went there trying to hate, and then I listened to it again this morning, and there was a few.
There you go.
Bro, crazy, spooky, scary, hilarious. I love Lefty Gunplay, so anything he's on, that's fine.
And the production's
that
crazy.
whole song is crazy.
All the samples are like...
No, they killed it. It's a good album. Fuck you, though.
Catching a stray on a slapper is fire.
Yeah.
It kills
That's
me and I
awesome.
love it at the same time. It's fire.
But I don't like him threatening the violence. I don't like that. I don't like him telling people to slide on you.
I'm a civilian. I'm going to the cops too.
What if it's too late? What if they fucking do something to you?
I mean, I don't leave my house.
But my feeling is like, yo, Kendrick, I feel like Kendrick is talking all this shit, and for whatever reason, we just letting him talk all this shit.
Yeah,
know
because
what I mean?
we decided we love him. We love him right now.
I get it. I do get it. But at the same time, like...
And I've always been a fan, but I also said this even in the Drake thing when he said the shit about your next show at the Bay, whatever he said, basically kind of like call to violence.
Yeah.
And remember when Rick Ross got beat up? I was like, yo, Kendrick, you gotta fall back on that call to violence
like
shit.
Trump on January 6th.
Yo. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's trying to get people to storm the Capitol a little bit. He's trying to get people to go to Al. Get people to go to Charlotte. That's dangerous rhetoric out there.
Really
For
is,
woke
dude.
Kendrick, you know?
Stand back, stand by.
Stand back.
First of all, I can't stand a white person saying the word woke. First of all, if you ask a white person what the word woke means, ask them what the word woke means. If you ask Andrew Schulz right now, what does woke mean? You think he can give a coherent answer? Do you think he can? First of all, woke is all the way from like the 60s during the civil rights movement of making sure black folks are aware of what's going on in their neighborhoods, in their community, and to be more aware about how we need to be more conscious and more knowledgeable of how to maneuver within this racial injustice system. But I understand that white folks, like they do with everything, they take it, remix it, and make it their own, like Elvis, and now they get to define what woke is. And now woke basically is nigga to me. Like if I hear a white person say woke, you might as well just say nigga. Just say nigga after woke, because it sounds like nigga when you say woke to me. And I understand what Akash is saying about, well, don't call the violence, da. Meanwhile, I was going to retort, y'all had no problem having a now president-elect up here who literally said there was going to be bloodshed if he didn't win the election. I don't remember y'all pushing back on that. I don't remember y'all pushing back on the insurrection that they did 4 years ago. But now it's like, please, guys, you gotta be careful, guys. Like you gotta push back on. Stop it. When a black man calls for violence, which I don't even think he was calling for violence, but let's just say he was. Now it's, oh my God. But when a white person,
Stand by. He's not even saying that. He's saying get up in that ass.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
He did.
But I need Kendrick. I need you to do it, Kendrick.
You want to squabble up with Kenny?
No. I mean, here's the thing. This is the thing that is kind of funny about it. Is like, first of all, Kendrick's people and the gang affiliate, everybody, his security, they will kill me. They will destroy me. They'll find me in the street. They'll fucking cut me up. They'll shoot me. They'll do whatever. I'm not a tough guy. Y'all do. But just Kendrick, I would make love to him. There's nothing he can do about it. Just Kendrick Lamar, I would make love to him, and the only thing that he could do is decide if it's consensual or not. That's the only thing he could do. If it's me and Kendrick, this is about physics. It's about physics. I don't even know if I'll get hard. But if we're in a cell, there's a chance that if we're in a cell and we're bored and we done.
Andrew Schulz wants to be in this Howard Stern, Shot Jock, Opie and Anthony type of podcast to now, I'm gonna just say whatever and I'm gonna try to get headlines so it doesn't really matter and I can always mask it in, we're just telling jokes. That's the problem. You want to be a comedian that offends, but then get mad when people offend. You know what Andrew Schulz said one time? which I think he stole from somebody else, but let's say that I'll credit Andrew Schulz for this. He says, you know what the Achilles heel of white people are? Inconvenience. I said, Schulz, you're saying this? Yeah, I think he said this a couple years ago. He said, you know what the Achilles heel of white people are? Inconvenience. When white people are inconvenienced, everyone is inconvenienced. This is what that is. Instead of just being like taking accountability or just, instead of even just leaving it alone, he has to, because he has his vibrato and has his pride and ego, he has to make himself be the honcho and be like, well, I don't know the reason Kendrick is selling what he's selling, even though it's nowhere near correct. I don't know the reason why people are talking about Kendrick when that's, or the biggest thing off of his album, which is nowhere near correct. I'm really him. And again, part of it, I believe, is a persona. Part of me believes it's just a persona. He don't really care, but he knows he has to feed into his fan base that wants to hear him talk shit. So he kind of has to do it. But also because he's gotten so popular over the past few years, like very popular, to now he feeds into it and kind of worked himself into a shoot. But like to joke about assaulting Kendrick is insane to me. That's insane. Like, that's insane. And he's not gonna get any type of backlash from this. He's not gonna get any type of, he's not, because his fan, that's just insane to me. That's insane to me. That's just crazy. That's crazy. Like, I don't even know, like, that's not crazy to y'all? That's not crazy to say that you want to sexual assault somebody? That's not insane? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, this is a different level of working in your white privilege and in white supremacy. I don't care what nobody said. This is a different level, bro. This ain't jokes, dog. I'm sorry. Like, this ain't...
Tune each other, whatever you're doing to sell. Hey, we ran out of board game.
All right, now let's fast forward to, I think, him actually having a...
But you can just beat him up.
intellectual conversations. I don't want to... Here's where it's truly funny to me, the end part of this. Hold on, give me a second.
Together about it.
Oh, that
You know
album
what I
would be
mean?
fire.
Like,
That would be a
and
good
that
album.
would, oh my God. This is an act of love.
Oh, you're a passive.
Our woke king. Some words that rhyme together about it.
Oh, that
You know
album
what I
would be
mean?
fire.
So, yeah, here goes Schulz trying to psychoanalyze Kendrick, which I find to be most hilarious, but here we go.
That would be a
And
good
that
album.
would, oh my God.
He can make some calls. Yeah,
You want to talk
Dang.
about another album called Damn.
Be humble.
Sit down. Reincarnated. Ask how penetrated. Listen, but in all seriousness, we love Kendrick Lamar, our woke king, and I think we're gonna do our best to abide by his. I don't know what his rules are about, like me having sex with him if we're in a room together.
I don't think you'd want that.
We don't know.
Well, I'm assuming.
We got to wait about 5 years for him to make another album.
That's right. There is a chance in 5 years he would make another album, and the song about this is gonna be sensational. It's gonna be absolutely sensational. Don't you think?
So he's gonna have some bars for you in the Super Bowl. Watch. He's gonna have some bars for you.
I can
I mean, the
guarantee
irony that
you
he's
he's
like,
not.
we need to protect women. And he's performing at the Super Bowl, which is literally the Super Bowl of beating the shit out of women, guys. This is the problem. Is like when you're on your way up, nobody looks at your hypocrisy because they want you to be on the throne so bad.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
naturally, human beings, we all have this. Like we
Yeah.
look at the number two and we're like, I see myself in you. Go out there, go get it. Once you're on the throne, all we see is hypocrisy. It's like Joe Biden with his son right now.
Yeah.
Right? It's anytime the person is in power, and clearly Kendrick is number one right now. Anytime he's out there, we're looking back at what he's done and we're like, oh, you're this woke guy, but then you really do shit with people that are completely inconsistent with what you say you care about. Maybe you're just using this as an identity to feed your narcissism, and you can't just go out there and be a complete narcissist, so you're gonna masquerade as an altruist, someone who protects the community, but you only do it when it benefits you, when you put out an album. Like, where's all this love for black women when Kamala was running for president?
So that was a lot. But you see how he was able to try to sound smart. Like I said, Andrew thinks he's smarter than what he is. And the funny part is, it lets me know, tell me that you didn't listen to Mr. Morale without telling me you didn't listen to Mr. Morale. Because if you listen to Mr. Morale, then your hypothesis of Kendrick potentially being a hypocrite and narcissist, you will realize he addressed all that on Mr. Morale. He addressed it on the album Damn. Feeling like he felt bad that he thought that he could change the world on Pimp a Butterfly, came back on Damn and realized, I don't think I really can do that. And so by the time you get to Mr. Morale, him going through therapy about everything else going on in his life, along with being like, I realize I can't be your savior, right? It is very narcissistic. Yes, he's an entertainer. He's a rapper. Of course he's narcissistic. And of course he's hypocritical. We're all hypocrites. We all contradict ourselves. But that little thing right there, the way he tried to completely psychoanalyze Kendrick, is so laughable to me. It's so laughable. Because I'm like, look in the mirror, Andrew. And my final point is, he is so offended at the idea of someone telling him comedians can't do da, right? So he's protecting his comedian, himself as a comedian, and protecting his comedian friends, saying we can talk about whatever we want to talk about. What's the difference between that and what Kendrick is saying I'm not allowing no white comedian to talk down to my sisters. That's my tribe. Your comedians is your tribe. Black women and black folks is my tribe. I'm protecting them. And I won't allow nobody to disrespect them in my presence. That's the same thing. But you couldn't even you wouldn't even understand that. Like, you don't understand that. The tropes that he did in that Shit and Giggles podcast, saying that black women are violent and aggressive and all that, that's been plagued by black women for decades. You wouldn't realize or understand how hurtful that is, or even care to understand how hurtful that is. It's just jokes to you. You don't care, right? But again, if your idea is to be a shot jocking to offend, but then at the same time get mad when people are offended and retaliate or retort or say one line where they're not even saying your name, again, who's really the narcissist in this situation? I just find it funny. I just find it to be hilarious. It's just sad. But this is what happens when we get to move in. And again, Andrew is talented. I'm not going to say he's not. But this is what happens when you get to have the get. I've seen him go from, he's almost at 1 million subscribers. Like, this is what happens when you get to be white and move in a certain whiteness that you don't care to apologize or be remorseful or have any accountability of anything you say or do. And then you get to become president. So let me know how you feel about it. Are people being too sensitive about what Andrew said? Is it just jokes? Should he be canceled? I don't believe in cancel culture. That's not a thing. But what do you think should happen to Andrew? Should we just completely just delete him from our lives? Like, let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, share all the things of the things. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar, by the way. Can't wait to see what you do for the Super Bowl. Like, comment, subscribe, share all the things of the things. Hip hop, hold it down. Hold it down is what we do. Me.
Thank you.